Hey everyone, Matt here from Doctors Running, and today we're going to do a sub 2 initial review of the Salomon Phantasm. So this is the new version of one of their racing flats. They have a couple different variations of this. It is now totally different from the first version. There's a lot more stack height, so 30 millimeters in the heel, 21 in the forefoot for a 9 millimeter drop. It feels like there might be more. It looks and feels like there might be more than that. There is a plate now in the midfoot and the forefoot. It's not carbon fiber, so it's still got some flexibility to it. So people that don't like things that are too stiff, you might like this. Ride is extremely rockered. So the heel rocker is really extended. Forefoot rocker goes for a long direction. So when you roll in this, you got to roll. Sorry to double word that, but it did not work well for me until I finally figured out, yes, I need to use a higher cadence and land on my heel. And that's when the shoe started to move and kind of get into that, oh, I can understand why this might be a shoe people would use for some tempo runs, for longer efforts like marathon, road ultra marathon kind of efforts in this shoe. Not a bouncer at all. The foam, which is an EVA Olefin blend, it's not bouncy. A little bit in the heel. I'd say the overall ride is kind of on the softer end of firm, if that makes sense. It is still a lightweight trainer racing shoe, but it's going to work really well for longer distances where you want an efficient rolling ride. Upper is classic Salomon. It is snug, narrow. People with narrow feet are going to do really well here. People with normal width feet that want a performance fit, you're going to love this. People that have wide feet, that's not going to work so much. But I want to touch on a really quick thing that we talk about, which is shoes as tools. And this is a really great example of the fact that this shoe is going to work well for certain people's mechanics unless you can adapt the shoe. Again, it took me a little bit to figure out how to use this. And this, again, the very rockered ride, the slightly softer heel compared to the rest of the shoe really makes it best if you've got a higher cadence. It can roll through this. People trying to bounce their way through this, not going to work well. But again, that's why find a shoe that works for your mechanics.